Today I'm gonna make pavlova, which is a meringue filled with whipping cream and fresh fruit. This recipe definitely looks and tastes indulgent. However, I picked the ingredients just right, to the right amount, so I can enjoy over the weekend guilt-free. So each slice has 270 calories. Not so bad for heavy whipping cream, lots of sugar, and a little bit of fruit. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make perfect meringue, how to dry it properly so it has that beautiful shell that's crispy outside and it's nice, soft, and chewy from the inside. I'm gonna start with measuring sugar. I'm using here a plain 200 grams of sugar. However, because the recipe requires caster sugar, I'm gonna grind it myself in a blender. So this should be good enough. It's fine enough. It doesn't have to be too fine, it's just a little bit finer than regular sugar. And here I have a parchment paper. I drew a circle, about 8.5-inch circle, and I'm gonna flip it so the pen stains don't stay on your food. And I'm gonna put it aside and prepare meringue by separating egg yolk from the egg white. I'm using here 4 room temperature eggs. Very important tip: make sure that egg yolk does not fall accidentally into your egg white. If there's even a little bit in your egg white, the egg whites will not beat to a stiff peak, and we need stiff peaks in order for this recipe to work fine. I'm only going to be using egg whites. So usually when I make pavlova, I make a creme brulee so I can reuse the 4 egg yolks that I have here, so I don't waste anything. I'm gonna use my stand-up mixer in order to beat the egg whites. And make sure that that bowl is pristine clean. So there is no fat residue, because that will also hinder the egg white quality, and you definitely don't want to do that. So you basically incorporate sugar little by little. First you beat the egg white into soft peaks, and then you're gonna add sugar 1 tablespoon at a time. And after that egg whites become very nice and silky and stiff, you're gonna continue beating until the sugar completely dissolves. So you can basically take a little bit, touch with your fingers, and if it's grainy, you still need to be beating them up. But if they nice and soft, and just like you can see, just like this, very stiff, they ready to mix the rest of the ingredients. And I'm gonna add here a small teaspoon of vinegar. You can also use fresh lemon juice or cream of tartar. And to that I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and I'm gonna slowly incorporate it into my egg white mixture. I preheated my oven to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and right now I'm gonna put all my egg whites right onto the earlier prepared surface, making sure that it fits in that circle. And now I'm gonna spread egg whites evenly, and I like to create a little well inside, so once it's baked, I can fill it with my whipped cream and fruit. That way it looks nice, but also it holds all the ingredients together. The secret of this particular meringue recipe is baking it. So because we're gonna bake it at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, we're gonna bake it for an hour. And what I usually do, I bake it at night, And then I turn off the oven and let the meringue dry overnight. That way I don't burn it, and it creates that wonderful crispy layer from the outside, as you can see here, right here. And it's gonna be nice, soft and spongy and very chewy from the inside. And that is how I love how the meringue comes out. I'm gonna fill my meringue shell with heavy whipping cream mixed with 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I used here 8 ounces of heavy whipping cream. Because this type of dessert has already a lot of sugar in the egg whites, I like to use very little sugar for that heavy whipping cream, as well as I like to use fruits like berries because they a little bit tart, they don't have that much sugar in them, and they are perfect for this one, for this recipe. So I'm here gonna use strawberries, blueberries and blackberries because that's what I had on hand, but I think also raspberries would be a really good choice that you can use. And one more very important tip: when you are ready to eat it, that's exactly when you're gonna assemble the whipping cream and the fruit. This type of dessert will not last for long, or it's not gonna be as good if you let it sit for too long. So this is pretty much eat right now kind of dessert. And I'm ready to cut it to inspect how it came out. It should be nice and crispy and very nice and chewy from the inside. So let's take a look. Oh, I'm definitely happy with the outcome. It's just perfect. As you can see, it's a nice and light inside, and it has this nice layer from the outside, very nice and crunchy. Time for a taste test. Let me take a little bite. Definitely what I was looking for. So it's nice and chewy inside, a little crunch from the outside. It's sweet and a little bit tangy from the fruit. It is just exactly what you expect from a perfect pavlova. What is your favorite fruit that you would include in this recipe? And what are the methods you're using to bake your pavlova? Leave your comments below the video, and if you like the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.